You're not losing confidence because you're weak. You're losing it because 5 invisible habits are rewiring your brain to doubt itself every single day. And I'll show you exactly which ones in the next 20 seconds. These aren't just bad habits. They're neural patterns that reshape how you see yourself, how you make decisions, and how much power you believe you actually have. Habit 1. Rehearsing failure. You do it constantly. Before the meeting, you imagine yourself stumbling over words. Before the date, you picture awkward silence. Before the presentation, you watch yourself forget everything. Psychologists call this negative mental rehearsal. Here's the problem. Your brain doesn't distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. When you mentally rehearse failure, you're literally practicing losing. Picture this. You have a job interview tomorrow. You spend 30 minutes imagining every way it could go wrong. Your voice shaking, their disappointed faces, the rejection email. Your amygdala fires up. Cortisol floods your system. Your brain just logged that as a real failure. The consequence? You've trained your nervous system to expect defeat before you even walk in the door. Not preparation. Self-sabotage. The fix. Spend equal time rehearsing success with the same vivid detail. But here's what's worse than imagining failure. Habit 2. Collecting receipts. You remember every mistake like you're building a case against yourself. That awkward thing you said 3 years ago, filed away. The project that didn't go perfectly, front and center. The time you tried something new and it didn't work. Evidence Exhibit A. Studies show we recall negative memories with more detail and emotional intensity than positive ones. It's called the negativity bias. Concrete example. Someone compliments your work. You deflect it, say it was nothing. Then you spend the next week replaying the one critical comment you got instead. You're literally curating a highlight reel of your worst moments. What it does to your brain creates a distorted self-image where failures are permanent and successes are flukes. Your brain starts seeing patterns that don't exist. You become the unreliable narrator of your own life. The fix. Keep a wins folder and review it weekly with the same energy you give your failures. And speaking of reviewing things, habit 3. Infinite scrolling. You pick up your phone to take a quick break. 20 minutes later, you've watched 47 people living seemingly perfect lives, building businesses while traveling, looking effortlessly confident, achieving things you haven't even started. Then you look at your own life. Here's what's happening. Social media gives you a distorted sample of reality. Everyone's highlight reel compressed into an algorithm designed to keep you watching. Your brain compares your behind the scenes to everyone else's curated showreel. Picture this. You're working on a project. It's hard. Progress is slow. You scroll Instagram. You see someone announce they just hit a milestone that took them only 6 months. You feel like you're falling behind. The brain damage. Constant social comparison triggers the same neural circuits as physical pain. Your prefrontal cortex gets hijacked. Decision-making suffers. Self-doubt becomes your baseline. The fix. Set a 10-minute daily limit on comparison-heavy apps and track how your self-perception changes. But the next habit is even more insidious. Habit 4. Apologizing for existing. Sorry, can I ask a quick question? Sorry, just following up. Sorry to bother you, but you apologize for taking up space, for having needs, for being visible. Research shows that excessive apologizing signals low status to both others and yourself. It's a verbal tic that becomes an identity. Concrete scenario. You're in a meeting. You have a good idea. Instead of stating it, you say, "This might be stupid, but," or "I'm probably wrong, but," you've preemptively discredited yourself. The consequence. Every unnecessary sorry reinforces a neural pathway that says you're an imposition. Your brain starts believing it. You begin to feel like you need permission to exist in your own life. The fix. Replace sorry with thank you. Thanks for your patience, instead of sorry for the delay. And the final habit? It's the most dangerous. Habit 5. Waiting for permission. You have an idea but don't share it until it's ready. You want to start something but wait until you're qualified enough. You know what you want, but don't act until someone validates it. Psychologists call this external locus of control, believing that power lives outside of you. Here's the scene. You want to apply for that position, but you don't meet 100% of the requirements. So you wait. You prepare. You take another course. Meanwhile, someone less qualified but more confident already got the job. They didn't wait for permission. What it does, trains your brain that action requires external validation. You become a passenger in your own life. Every delayed decision reinforces that you're not the authority on yourself. The fix. Make one small decision today without consulting anyone, and notice the world doesn't end. 5 habits, all invisible, all destroying confidence in real time. Rehearsing failure programs your nervous system for defeat. Collecting receipts builds a distorted case against yourself. Infinite scrolling hijacks your comparison circuits. Apologizing for existing shrinks your presence. Waiting for permission puts your power in someone else's hands. Here's the psychological truth. Confidence isn't built in grand moments. It's built in these tiny, repeated choices where you either reinforce doubt or practice certainty. Your brain is keeping score. If you recognized yourself in even 2 of these, you're not broken. You're just running outdated software. The question is, are you going to keep running it, or are you going to update it? Like this video, if you're choosing the update. And subscribe if you want more psychology that actually makes you think instead of just making you feel better. Because comfort doesn't build confidence. Awareness does.